should have filed to be president, to run for president, but she didn't. She filed to run for vice president, and now she's our vice president. So, that's what it is. Yun siya.
Yes.
Well, yung sa kay former president, that's a direct action taken by the House, previously. So, ito kasi sinasabi nga namin, there's no advice. We don't actually discuss about impeachment, no. Parati ho namin sinasabi to, there's no official or there's no formal discussion or talks among the leadership, and even sa amin po, about a possible filing of the impeachment. Actually, ang naririnig po natin na may ready for filing yung kanilang complaint are yung mga ibang grupo po outside. But as far as the leadership is concerned, that is, to me, within 9 days, nung sinasabi ni Secgen, that cannot happen because it only possible if the House directly has taken action on the complaint, meaning if you have secured, I guess, a number of signatures of the House, that's the time that you can actually talk about impeachment directly in the plenary. So hindi ho mangyayari yun.
Well, again, we aren't in any discussion of any specific process or method na gagamitin because as emphasized, wala namang nagpa-file pa.
But just to answer lang po yung question, I think because it's theoretical. Yeah, there are the 3 modes po, no? And I think it would be correct to say that by the 3rd mode, if you're able to secure 1/3 signatures, it would go directly. So just to answer the question, if I understood it correctly, tama po, that would be a way siguro around the 10-day rule. However, as mentioned, it really would depend kasi practically speaking, wala pa pong nangyayari. Because you have to take note, it's not just magic po, yung 1/3 number of signatures, that's quite a lot. It's 100 plus. So kung meron man, there should be word about it right now, and unfortunately we don't. We've always been consistent when we say po na we haven't heard about impeachment. Usually it's from the outside. Before it came from other camps. Now we're hearing about complaints from private citizens, pero that's still outside pa po. So technically speaking, nothing has started, so we can't really speak about yung timeline po.
What was that statement for? Then she should have filed to be president, to run for president, but she didn't. She filed to run for vice president, and now she's our vice president. So, that's what it is. Yun siya.
Yes.
To put it quite frankly, hindi naman, if there's smoke, there's fire. Yung mga ganyan naman, it started with a speech of Congressman Valeriano. Dinala sa committee, nag-hearing. And in the course of those hearings, ang daming lumabas. Ang daming acknowledgement receipts. Ang daming lumabas na pwede naman sanang sagutin. And it's not gaslighting. Again, it is what it is. Ang dami. Hindi naman, di ba, kami, nagpapagod kami, nagpupuyat kami para silipin yung mga dokumento na yon para isa-isahin. And ang dami naming nakikita. In fact, marami pa kaming nakita na hindi pa namin na itatanong. So, hindi siya terrorism on our part na we're terrorizing the OVP. Had they answered the questions from the very beginning, then sana tapos na sana yung mga hearings ngayon. Ang problema, they spent so much time not attending the hearings, and now that they are attending, di ba? So, kung sana nung umpisa pa lang, pumunta na sila, then sana tapos na, nasagot na sana nila. Yun lang. Uy, sumagot ka.
Well, ganito kasi Maria, no? We're actually what we're trying to exercise here is the mandate of this office. I mean, the mandate of the legislature. The only way for us to really find out is to hold these inquiries, no? And to hold anybody accountable. Yun lang man talaga yung pinaka gusto natin mangyari in aid of legislation. Tama po yung sinabi ni Kong Pami na we are not pinpointing a specific person here. It's just to happen that the allegation of misuse of public funds are all directed to the office which he occupies right now, which the Vice President occupies right now. Hindi naman ho natin kasalanan yun, di ba? Sabi nga ni Fami Tadhana, nagkataon po naging Vice President siya. So number one, the issue is there. There are so many questions that up to now have not fully answered. There are so many questions and the manner by which these confidential funds were spent. There are questionable ARs, which I guess only the officers in charge of encashing these funds and redistributing these funds, releasing these funds, can be fully supply us the answers, the correct answers. Unfortunately, during the course of our investigation, there seems to be an evasion, a direct evasion, to a point that there was a deliberate refusal to attend, to a point of, sa palagay ho namin sa committee, it's an attempt to frustrate the committee in finding out the truth and for a possible filing of a sound legislation that can rectify this wrong.